This is Tales of Swordfall.
Episode 21, Spiced Water.
So, Rayan, turn out the pockets. One at a time. You already claimed that vial. I see how badly you want it. You did some magic to get it out immediately, thought I wouldn't see. You're not too fast for me.
Darn you. Alright, here it is. And I just pull it out and show it, like, right to his face. With a tight grip, that is.
Okay, so you're just showing him the vial?
Yep, more or less.
Okay. There are many, many ways to check it out, Gavin. Arcana, medicine, just an overall, like, perception check. Many, many different ways.
I don't know what it does, but it looks nice.
Did I say Gavin? I meant Tyrker. I meant Tyrker. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna roll a medicine check, actually, to see if I can tell what it is. If it's like a poison or a potion or something. Is that fine?
That's absolutely fine.
So mediocre. Yeah.
So, you can tell from your keen mind and, you know, a few other life choices in the past that this is definitely something that you take in small dosage.
You don't want me to have mushrooms, yet you want that vial.
What does it do?
Why do you want it so badly if you don't know what it does?
It just seems interesting to me.
How?
Well,
what's interesting about it?
I don't know. It just...
If you're so interested, just try a drop.
Norik's gonna say back, you're so wanting your mushroom high, why don't you try a drop?
Come on, be the test dummy.
I still have 3 mushrooms.
Come on, don't be a pansy, test dummy.
I don't know, guys. This doesn't seem like a good idea. Zalir wasn't a good guy, and he probably doesn't have good things on him.
You know, Gavin, that's a great... I hadn't even thought of it. Gavin, would you like to try a drop?
No. Drugs are bad.
This could come in handy,
explain that to Ryan. Ryan.
This could come in handy, though. What if I come across those elf fellows again? You know, the ones who... And I pull out the crystal. Generously gave me this.
Ryan, the crystal looks a little different now. There seems to be something swirling within it as it glows and pulsates.
Okay. Do I, like, focus in on it? Like, notice it?
Every time you try to focus on it, it seems to not be in focus.
What are you staring at?
Just looking at this.
Did you already take a drop?
No.
Oh, you could have so lied right there.
I mean, yes.
No, yes. What else is in those pockets? And I come closer and I'm gonna try and peek in them.
Christy, just whisper to me what you want to show him, and I'll make it available.
Okay.
Let's have a little time with Norik and Herberta. So, Norik, you're sitting on top of Herberta, who's pulling the cart.
Mm-hmm.
You've noticed that she's kind of had her eyes trained, just transfixed on the smoke column that's been rising up. There's trouble.
There is. I know where it's coming from, too.
Oh no. What does it have to do with you?
I think you saw it in that dream.
The purple. Yeah,
Place I used to live.
Well, what was that?
The place I used to live.
Oh, the windmill.
I don't know what's going on, but my family could be dead right now.
Well, we do have hope. Right? We have hope.
I don't know what kind of hope there is anymore.
Damn. And her ears kind of go down. It's a little disheartening to hear you say that. She's seen you go from like super optimistic and now to this kind of dour mood, and yeah, it's I wish I knew how to help you. Though I can't. There's
And
so
Snork's
much.
gonna reach down and just sort of pet Roberta's mane a little bit and just say, "That's okay. You've done a lot for me."
And you've helped me with more than you can actually think you have. Thank you.
Mm. Snork's sitting there and pondering and just being quiet, like unusually. I know he's quiet a lot, but right now it's like a moment of he could say something, but there's just thoughts going through his mind, and he's gonna say, finally, saying his mind to Herberta. What do you know about Lord Brennanol?
He's of one of the old elf houses before Swordfall. The country was even a place. I know that he knows many secrets, many places that most people with working memories should remember. He could be very dangerous, but he could be an ally at some point.
And does he know about you?
He he knows things about me that I can't actually say. And you can tell by the tone of her voice she's a little frustrated at this.
And Nark's gonna pat Herberta's mane again, and it's okay. It's okay.
And with that, we go to the scene of Rand and the magic coat.
Mhm.
So like, what are you like? Are you just taking these out like all willy nilly, or are you being careful?
I'm being careful
That's a good choice.
because
Yes.
there are some things I know my character would want to keep.
Cool. So everything that you're showing him. No like mistakes. No like whoops.
Yeah.
Do you see those gats?
Yeah, just saw it.
Yep. I I think no, no, that was with Lane. That was with Lane with the floating disc. Never mind. I was gonna say you already know about the floating disc, but yeah, you as a player. So
Yeah.
gotta make the distinguishing note, I guess.
So the only things in here are vials and liquids, huh?
Pretty much.
That's not a yes.
Well, it was pretty much just all this and books and whatnot. He wasn't really.
Books?
Oh, unless if you count the beans.
You said books.
Yeah, I showed you a couple.
Which
As
which
a,
one which ones do you highlight, Ran? Like out of the list of all those?
Okay. I didn't look at the list. Hold up. You know what? I just might say this out loud.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Let's see. Location and use of sacrificial areas. Crossbow, a revolutionary guide to maintenance. Muscular system of giants and ogres, similarities. The desert god's enemies.
Desert
And
God's Enemy sounds interesting.
yeah. Um, let's see. Mysterious invocation to the giant mountain goddesses. And yeah, that's it.
Those 2 books about the gods. I want to at least read those. Once
Have
I'm
at
done,
it.
you can have them back.
Alright.
And opens up bag for you to plop them in my bag.
Go for it.
And do you know what any of these liquids do?
Not a clue. I'm keeping the yellow one though, because that could come in handy.
Turker, you can look at
Yep.
one in particular and do an Arcana check and see if you actually know what it is, recognize it whatsoever.
Yeah, I'd be looking. There'd be basically 2 routes of investigation he would try. One, has anything popped up in his notes about ancient gods, etc.? And then 2, if there's anything that would help him on his quest to find them. So Arcana to see what these do. Very mediocre.
Oof. You know, let me try looking at them. Why not? Would help if I figured out where Arcana is. Right there. Boop. Oh, wow.
Oh, you have even less of a clue. You're like, this one's red and shiny.
Yeah, take it. It's shiny.
So you recognize at least the first 2. The red liquid with tiny bubbles, and then the other one that's red that has it's all shimmery.
Yep.
You know, one's an elixir of health.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, those cure any disease, remove blindness, deafness, being paralyzed, poisoned conditions. It's a really handy one to have. And the red shimmering ones are potions of greater healing.
You know, we should probably divide these 2 potions up among all of us.
Good idea.
I couldn't hear you.
I said, good idea.
You know what they do, right?
Not a clue.
Let's just say if one of us got incapacitated in some way, they could help us.
Okay.
And then the other question I would have for you, GM, is would I be able to do a history or religion roll to see if there's anything about the old gods related to these potions? Total shot in the dark.
Yeah, go ahead.
Religion.
The
It's
worst
terrible.
thing I could say is you get a nat 20 and I'm like, no.
But I looked so hard.
Tried so hard.
Isn't it true if you stare at something hard enough, it turns into what you want it to be?
Or explodes.
No, that's
If
when you
you're on
drop
mushrooms, it does.
Exactly.
So with a religion check of 6, yeah, you don't know.
Yeah.
I've got to ask, though. This name popped up when I was just looking around with the detect magic.
Hmm.
Do you know a name? What was its name again? The name Tangle. That's what popped up in my head when just seeing all the swirl of magic-y goods and whatnot.
Should I roll history for Tangle? I can't remember Tangle right now.
You can do history or religion, or even Arcana if you really want.
Religion sounds good. Tangle.
Thank you for listening to Tales of Swordfall.
Please consider listening to these podcasts.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special episode of Where the Wild Things Roll. My name is John, and I will be your host and DM for this 5th edition actual play Dungeons & Dragons podcast set in the world of Ravarna. This podcast might be a tad different from others you've listened to. The 2 players will be my 12-year-old son, Kinnick, and my 10-year-old daughter, Kaylee, as they learn to play D&D through their very first campaign. We will pick up with our adventurers as they finish their time at Paduke's Adventurers Guild, as they take their practical exams in dungeoneering, magical beasts, weapons and armor, puzzle solving, diplomacy, history of the world, and magical cause and effect before they are set out into the world. Can our 2 adventurers pass their classes and become full-fledged members of the Adventurers Guild? You'll have to tune in and find out next time on Where the Wild Things Roll.
Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe.